What the fuck is this piece of shit?
The shadow government wants Ferrari to lose, and I have evidence to back this up. So stick around, grab some popcorn, hit the subscribe button, because this is going to be a wild ride. First off, let's take a look and see where we are in the Constructors' Championship. Currently, Mercedes and Ferrari are in the battle for second place right now, with only a gap of 4 points, which means for Abu Dhabi, both Ferraris combined need to be 4 points above both Mercedes. Before this race, Ferrari was down 20 points, so now it's well within their grasp to place second in the Constructors' Championship. Now, you're saying, I get it, I know how the point system works. Well, okay, because this race was probably the most controversial one since Abu Dhabi 2021, where Michael Massey bent the rules to allow Lewis Hamilton and Max to race out the last lap, which arguably cost Lewis Hamilton the championship, if it were to finish over the safety car. Guys, come on. It's just a summary of what happened. Relax. It's nothing like seeing something on the track in FP1, yellow flagging it for 1 minute and 10 seconds, waiting for the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz to run it over, causing a catastrophic damage to the car, causing replacement of the battery and the internal combustion engine. Now, usually, this wouldn't be a big deal, but now the teams have a budget cap to keep to, and the race directors can change how some rules are applied from time to time, and seeing as it was the combined fault of the builders of the track and the race directors for not red flagging the session with something as dangerous as a manhole cover on track. What's that? What? They still gave him a 10-place starting penalty for going over the allotment of batteries for the year? But that's not where the controversy ends, because an hour before FP2 was set to start, they had to kick out the fans because of staffing issues. By the way, for those of you in Europe and other parts of the world, you're welcome, because this Grand Prix was right in my backyard, and it was still at 3:30 a.m. my time for FP2, which is probably why they couldn't get enough people to do the graveyard shift for the Las Vegas F1 Grand Prix. So, who benefits from Carlos Sainz receiving a 10-place grid penalty? And we can throw out the simplest answer, because this was a danger for Mercedes as well. But there is one company involved in Formula One who would benefit. Now let's take a closer look at what happened. They yellow flagged FP1 at 52 minutes and 35 seconds on the clock. At this point, the announcers don't know what's going on, why there's a yellow flag there, and as that's going on, the Aston Martin Ferrari and Alfa Romeo make their way to the yellow flag zone. This is when Sainz hits the manhole cover and is told on his steering wheel to shut the car off. The red flag comes up at 51 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock, 1 minute and 10 seconds after the yellow flag. So, what, did a manhole cover on the straightaway not seem like a big enough deal to stop the race? But I digress. Let's watch the replay here.
And a sudden movement, and quite an impact, wasn't it? You could hear that, and then flashes up on his screen, stop the car, engine off.
Yeah. So I freeze framed it here. You can see at the top, there's the two objects. He's going really fast, so they're kind of blurry. But to the right here is the hole, and to the left is that manhole cover that he's going to drive over. Now, I've slowed it down here so that we can see the moment that he goes over, because that's a big hit. That is a massive hit for that size of a car, for that weight of a car, and you can see that immediately it tells him, stop the car, turn off the engine, right? So this is a big deal. This is a big hit. A controversy? Possibly. A theory? Absolutely. Did Carlos Sainz get that 10-place grid penalty? Absolutely. Did it matter? Not really, because even still then, with George Russell's penalty, 5-second penalty at the end of the race there, that pushed George below Carlos Sainz and Lewis Hamilton. Despite its shortcomings, the Las Vegas Grand Prix still put on an amazing race. And instead of talking about it, how about we just watch it?
Verstappen for Leclerc and for Perez. Formula One has come back to town, and a decent show it delivered too. Verstappen wins, the fireworks light up the Nevada skyline, and it's Red Bull on top here in Vegas.
love casting spells. This song is sponsored by the Shadow Government.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
The Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Legalize nuclear bombs.